Welcome back to the second channel. How you doing? How you doing? Go ahead, sit down, get cozy. So, let me ask you, have you been playing any video games lately? Maybe a game called Elden Ring? I know I have, and my god, I'm terrible. I'm completely awful at the games. My word. It's so incredibly hard. But the creatures are so good. I feel like every little boss that I see in the game, it's just a little delight. Even the little characters you have to fight here and there. And it made me think that, you know what I haven't done? I haven't drawn internet people in a second. And why don't we take some controversial figures on the internet and make them into Elden Ring bosses? Huh? You like that? Well, let's get started right after this sponsor. Keeps. Have you noticed that your hair is becoming a little thin? Well, maybe your hairline's starting to recede. Well, don't worry. I got a secret for you. It's called Keeps. It's an online subscription service that is clinically proven to stimulate hair growth and stop hair loss. With their network of expert medical professionals and 24/7 support, Keeps is here to make your hair growth goals a reality. The treatment plans are doctor recommended and tailor-made to help with your specific needs. Best of all, Keeps is delivered right to your doorstep, so no inconveniences of having to go to the doctor's office and wait in lines and do all that crap. It gets delivered right to your door. To get 50% off your first order, go to keeps.com/papameat or click the link in the description. That's keeps.com/Papa Me. Whether you're looking to prevent hair loss, stimulate hair growth, or just take better care of your hair you have, Keeps has you covered. Okay, so here's the thing. When I say controversial internet figures, I'm not saying that I have any opinion on these people. I'm just saying people who elicit controversy. Like I said, nothing particular, just thought it'd be fun to draw. Starting off with the very infamous Keemstar. Ooh. Now, you might know Keemstar. He is littered with controversy, and he's been around forever. He's a YouTube legend, as it were. So today, I thought I would take his spiky beard and see if we couldn't turn him into a Elden Ring boss. People always say that he's a gnome or whatever, but I feel like I'm gonna stay away from the gnome stuff. I want to focus on his beard mostly. The iconic sharp beard. I really wish I actually had this beard. My beard is all patchy. You can see my fucking skin underneath. It's nothing to write home about. I'm upset. I'm drawing this and now I've thrown myself into a bit of a frenzy. I kind of wish that I had it. His eyes are very piercing here, so I feel like I want to draw him with ginormous eyes, and they're like looking right at you like, I know the truth. Tell me your secrets. I won't tell anyone else, I swear. Ooh, I kind of like that though. What if he was sitting there and he's like, if he's actually a character that draws out information from you? He's like, no, please tell me your secrets. I won't tell anyone. And then he just, of course, is like writing it down the whole time. No, please, look at my eyes. You can trust me, can't you? Oh. Okay, so we have his general shape of his head down. He looks so fucking untrustworthy. No, please. Imagine someone with a pad and a pen and paper looking direct at you like this. What did you say? What was the secret? What happened? Tell me. I want to know. I wonder if I should make it a literal helmet. Like if I shrunk his head down a bit, and then this, if I just raised the top of this. Ooh, you know what this should be? Instead of the brim of his hat, it should be like one of those visor things that goes down over a knight's face. Okay, so we have, so this is looking pretty good as our first tier level 1 boss. This is actually looking rather nice. And I do like the idea of him, he's writing down your secrets. Then I want him to be like, he's like looking over you like this, but his shoulder is up over here. He's like, oh wow, that's so interesting. Oh, yeah. He comes off like a giant baby. Looks beautiful. What secrets do you dare tell me? I hate internet controversy, dude. I don't know how people fucking do it. I fucking have a panic attack anytime I see a negative comment. Which doesn't mean that you should leave one. Please don't fucking leave one. I'm about to give this boy some piggly wigglies, dude. I feel like he'd be the kind of boss too, where you're like, I trusted you, and he's like, you should have never trusted me, fool! That kind of thing, you know? Why would you trust me? You're dumb. Did you not see me writing down your secrets on my spiral notepad the whole time? What are you, a fucking moron? And then he takes out his number 2 pencil and just fucking jabs it into your neck. All because you gave your secrets away. What the fuck were you thinking there, huh? The eyes are still getting me so good. Oh, it's so stupid. God damn it, it's so dumb. I feel like the only way that you could ever, it's like in your first interaction within the first 7 seconds, you have to strike him or else you will never be able to actually fully kill him in the game. It's like, he's like, do you want to be friends? And you have 3 seconds to decide. And then if he's like, okay, great, we're friends. If you don't decide quick enough, he just chooses for you. And after then he becomes like one of those characters in a video game where you can't hit because they're like on your side, you know what I mean? What a beautiful man. What a beautiful little creature. Boop, 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 doo. Boom! Our first monster is complete. Keemstar, the scribe who writes down all of your secrets, but never betray him, or he'll release it into the world. Next monster. Cocomelon! I'll tell you what, some controversy is fucking Cocomelon. I went over to my wife's sister's house, and it was Cocomelon all over the place, and then he noticed that all these kids have iPads, and they're all watching Cocomelon with this goddamn 2 tiny front teeth. Look at that gross little baby with a little piece of shit on its head. So now this is gonna definitely be the mind manipulator. Gonna be a giant fucking head, giant eyes. It's gonna be smiling at you still for sure. And then it's his little tiny deal. It's gonna just have its fucking disgusting shit hair. Who the fuck came up with this? And they were like, oh, that's a great design for hair. Just absolutely fucking disgusting buck teeth. You know what I feel like it does? It's this creature that goes, it reaches its arms out and it has these claws that latches onto your face. And it just looks into your eyes. And it's like, brain, it like fucking, it fucks with your brain. It melts your brain. It makes you, yeah. Every time you give a baby an iPad, this is what you're doing. You're inviting this creature to come in and fucking just destroy your kid. I always get uncomfortable around children, especially like families. This is the kind of person I am, and it's the worst kind of person. You should not be like me. I see somebody doing something with their child, and mind you, I do not have a child of my own. And I have no place to say this, but in the back of my mind the entire time I'm always just like, the kid's like doing something. Let's say the kid fucking throws a bowl of oatmeal on the floor or something, and, you know, they're like, oh, Joshua, come, why would you do that? Dang it, Joshua, come on. And then they throw an iPad in front of him. I'm always like, my kid wouldn't do that. Hey, if I had a kid, he wouldn't do that. You know why? Because I would get up in his face and I'd be like, Joshua, no! And I'd fucking shove all the oatmeal in his mouth. And then I'd go into his room later when he was in his crib sleeping. He's smiling at me and shit. And I'd be like, don't you ever fucking look at me like that again. I would yell at my child, my baby. Boom! Look at that. Nice little Cocomelon demon baby. Level 3, you could easily just take out a dagger and stab this thing to death. I mean, for God's sakes, it's a fucking baby. You know, is this design anything to write home about? Absolutely not. But at the same time, this has been an incredible PSA of why you shouldn't have babies. There's a lot, I think the world's overpopulated right now, I'd imagine. So maybe holding off on the babies for a bit. Have that be the tag at the bottom of this drawing. I want to be, maybe hold off on the babies a bit. And I want 2 maybes in there. Maybe hold off on the babies a bit. And that's my takeaway from that. The last drawing, of course, is Amouranth. I was on Twitter the other day, and I saw that Amouranth was selling jars of her farts. And I thought to myself, my God, that's amazing. They're gonna sell like hotcakes. Hotcakes, I say. Which I always wondered where the hotcakes analogy came from. I don't know. I don't really care to look. Nick, you want to freeze frame and see? Wow. But yeah, selling your farts. What a beautiful marketing strategy. I love it. Oompaville. I follow Oompaville on Twitter, and I think he bought one, and I think they're like $1,000. So if you have anything to say to Oompaville, be sure to go and say it to him. But this has to be the final boss. What I'm going to picture here immediately is that she's a final boss. She's really scary and big, and then she throws jars of like toxic gas at you. But since we don't see her feet in this picture, I think I'm just going to have her neck be really long, and I think I'm going to have her feet just be her giant tits. Her massive tits, and that's how she walks around. Instead of a nipple, I think I'm just gonna give her one giant toenail. on each titty. And she's like, good! Already, off to an amazing start. She does have some anime eyes, though. The nice long lashes and stuff. A lot of tongue stuff, though. I see that with a lot of attractive people, even men. They kind of poke their tongue out. I need to start doing that. My face is too fat, though, so I feel like it looks weird. Can you imagine someone's like, it looks sexy, and someone's like, and they make that sound with it. You like that? Actually, I do want her shoulder, maybe. Maybe she still walks around like this, so her hand is still on the ground. So she still has to scoot around with her giant tits, but they walk around like this. And yeah, then she holds her toxic gas. She probably makes devilish sounds like, you know, something weird like that. Pretty sure that's just a crow. I don't think that was anything necessarily new on that front. But hold on, I'm gonna redo her face because this is pretty good. Here we go, something like that. Wait. Yes. Now it looks a little more like an Elden Ring boss. Okay, I'm gonna go through with the line details and really get some of this shit out, but walking around on your titties must be incredibly painful, though. I pictured that in my head, and I was like, oh man. I wonder if this character's also like a bit of a siren. Like, people are like, oh yeah, well, she's walking around on these giant tits with like these toenails on it, but you know, she's still pretty. So maybe she calls in, maybe she has a song or something. I don't know if she streams, or it could just be her farting. And then people are like, men who like that stuff, because there's a lot of them. They flock to her. They're like, oh, I hear the goddess's farts from far away, me lord. I must go. And you just hear, she's like, welcome. If you smell my farts, then you are truly worthy of owning what in a jar. Ooh, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like if you can withstand the stink, it's actually a power-up in the game. But those who aren't worthy get, it like collapses their lungs and they die. If the jars of farts were like $10, I wonder how many would sell. I mean, it would sell, I know that it would sell a lot, but I'm just wondering to what degree. Because I know that there's a lot of people that would have it for the novelty factor of it. We know Oompa's doing some gross shit with it though, dude. He keeps tweeting about it too, which makes him look even more guilty. He keeps saying shit like, he's like, haha, I just bought one. Isn't that crazy? Guys, isn't that crazy? I think that, yeah, he's planning something with it, and I don't know what he's doing, but I think old Oompaville's got a bit of a fart fetish on him. Man, Elden Ring has been super fucking fun. If you guys haven't tried it yet, you really should. Even if you're bad at the game, I don't know, I still have a good time. There's frustrating moments where you're like, I really just want to beat this guy, but you know, all in all, I have a good time playing it. I don't want to do this. I guess I could do one more layer down, then maybe make it like a toxic green, like a little spray brush or something. Let me see. There we go. Now we all know what that is. Nice little Amouranth is a little titty monster. I mean, it's nice. And you know what? These drawings are simple. It's simple, so simple. And I have one request to you out there. If you had a little laugh and you like drawing, I want to see these way better. All right? I didn't spend a lot of time on it. I'm a busy guy. I got things to do, and I want to pass the torch to you, young traveler. Still Elden Ring inspired, right? But no, in all seriousness, as a little challenge, it'd be sweet if you guys either redrew these in a much more detailed style, or if you came up with some of your own Elden Ring bosses based off people off the internet. Maybe even me? I don't know. Maybe. What would mine be? What would mine be? But no, that's all the drawings I have today. I hope you guys had a good time. If you want to, feel free to support the Patreon. It goes a long way. Less ads, hopefully in the future, if we can get that up. And also, we're going to be trying to fund a little short horror film, which would be sweet as well. But until next week, I will catch you then. Play some Elden Ring. Stay safe out there and have fun, everybody. God bless you all. You have a fantastic rest of your day. Take it easy. Bye-bye. Boop 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 doo doo. Bop 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 bop.